Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa, and here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the first part of our sit-down interview with ASEC Edgar Galvante, the LTO chief. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the right way to cross a stop-through street. This week's Spying Joubert shall be on the illegal practice of most PUV drivers of overloading passengers. The public service segment shall have the concerns on PUV drivers' attire. Showcase this week shall have the subcompact sedan from Kia, the Soluto 1.4 EX18. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the Philippine Rallycross Series Round 5 held at the Clark Global City.
All of these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Here are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. The DPWH said that they have long prevented ghost projects as they are taking advantage of today's technologies to monitor progress in real time and to prevent issues.
DPWH Secretary Mark Villar noted that the use of modernized systems in DPWH has paved the way for them to monitor their projects closely.
In fairness to DPWH, I think ghost projects, I've yet to encounter anything during that sort of anomaly. I think primarily because of the modernization of the systems in the DPWH. If before it was done manually, Excel spreadsheets, now we have an integrated project monitoring system. That includes, which just recently we've complied with this, almost complete implementation of the geotagging system.
According to the DPWH, the geotagging system, which the department has implemented this year, helps with recording satellite-monitored photos, which are necessary in releasing payments, hence the impossibility to emulate ghost projects.
The coordinates of each picture will be confirmed via satellite. So even for me, in terms of monitoring any of our 20,000 projects, I can instantly access it, check the progress, see the latest pictures of the construction.
The Secretary also stated that with the geotagging system packed with advanced features in place, the improvement and progress should be continuous.
The DPWH says the modernization of its system has helped them not only with preventing ghost projects, but also with building projects more efficiently. Meanwhile, the DOTR, in partnership with TESDA, recently held the launching of the Chuper Scholar Training Program. The said program is targeted to provide technical assistance to drivers and operators under the government's PUV modernization program.
The launching event of Chuper Scholar Training Program was held at the RTC Korea Philippines Vocational Training Center in Davao and was led by DOTR Secretary Arthur Tugade and TESDA Secretary Isidro La Peña. Under the program, around 700 beneficiaries will receive a free training course that tackles additional information and skills regarding the transport industry. Among these beneficiaries are rebel returnees and indigenous people from the province of Davao. The Chuper Scholar Training Program was initially launched at Lingayen, Pangasinan, wherein almost 900 beneficiaries participated.
Apart from the goal of the Chuper Scholar Training Program to educate more individuals with regard to the PUV modernization program of the government, it also aims to provide entrepreneurship training for the driver-operators who wish to find a new job. Continuing, months and several challenges after, DOTR Secretary Tugade has officially approved the pilot implementation of motorcycle taxi operations in the country.
Following the Technical Working Group's recommendation, the DOTR Secretary finally gave a go signal to the pilot implementation of the motorcycle taxi operations such as Angkas and other ride-hailing apps.
Basically, yung si Secretary Tugade last December last year, inauthorize niya kami na form nitong Technical Working Group. And yung Technical Working Group has met many times already, no? And one of their recommendations is to come up with a pilot run of this motorcycle taxi. This pilot run will assist the government, specifically yung legislative branch, to formulate the law that will allow motorcycle taxis legally. So right now we're waiting for this pilot implementation run for us to monitor what can we still improve in terms of regulation, what we can still put forward in terms of safety regulations. Number one would be really passenger safety.
The said pilot implementation is expected to start in early June, following the DOTR Secretary's signing of the general guidelines. Undersecretary De Leon shared that in a span of 1 month, public awareness campaign and preparations of the riders shall take place.
We expect the proponent, the motorcycle taxi operator, to come up with insurance of all of the motorcycle taxi units. So it's a primary concern that all of these motorcycle taxi units should run with insurance before any passenger will be accommodated. Then number two is that all of the riders, the drivers, and including the commuters, should be trained on how to ride motorcycle taxis. They should be trained on the safety regulations that we will be imposing them, the guidelines that we will be imposing them. So all of this should be complied within those 1 month period.
According to the DOTR Undersecretary, the TWG focused on the safety regulations for the benefit of both the riders and commuters.
What we really focus on is the safety regulations. What regulations can we put forward so that we can ensure the safety of the commuters, the safety of the rider, the safety of the driver. So we have come up with these guidelines that will make sure that the riders are still safe, the commuters are still safe.
He added that the Senate and Congress will base whether the motorcycle taxi operations should be approved for good on the pilot implementation.
After that 6-month period, we will be crafting a recommendation to the Senate and Congress about these motorcycle taxis. So if and whenever Senate comes up faster than that 6-month period wherein they can already have that law, then we can cut already that pilot implementation and already proceed if that happens.
With this, the department reiterated that this means ride-hailing services carry major responsibilities as they will be operating as a mode of public transportation.
The DOTR says the approval of the pilot implementation of motorcycle taxi operations is strong proof that the government is listening and tending to the needs and suggestions of the public. And finally, the LTFRB has suspended the 50 peso cancellation fee that would have been imposed by ride-hailing app Grab on its customers.
Grab imposed the 50 pesos penalty to prevent cancellations by customers, with the amount going directly to the driver to compensate for the fuel cost in going to the passenger. The LTFRB said they came up with the decision to suspend the move as the fee being imposed by Grab is not part of the fare structure but falls under other charges regulated by the LTFRB. Moreover, the decision was made following a meeting with representatives of Grab and other transport network companies. Meanwhile, in a statement, Grab said the ride-hailing company and other TNCs have agreed to maintain the status quo requested by the LTFRB until the regulatory body issues guidelines on the cancellation policy. It also clarified they have not yet collected cancellation fees from its customers.
The LTFRB stated that with the decision, they took into consideration the LTFRB's mandate to protect the riding public. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Thanks, Suzy. Here on Motoring Forum, we tackle transport issues and programs that are of importance to the general motoring public. We got to talk with the LTO Chief ASEC Edgar Galvante and discuss about the latest developments on the programs and issues concerning the agency. The talk started with the latest development on the controversial motorcycle crime prevention law. The LTO Chief said that the riders are asking for reconsideration on some of the provisions of the law.
Meron lang mga hinihiling yung mga motorcycle riders na pwede pang, let's say, baguhin o pwedeng i-reconsider. Halimbawa, yung sinasabi lang dalawang plaka, isa sa harap, isa sa likod. Ang pangamba nila is that kung plaka sa harap at made of metal, maaring makasugat ito, maka-injure. Kung sakaling ito'y liparin, tatama sa kanila. Kaya naman, doon sa paglilinaw natin, hindi namang metallic material ang gagamitin kung sakali man na finally tutuloy na yung batas kung saan magre-require ng dalawang plaka. Kaya ang sinasabi lang natin dito, wag silang mangamba na kung dalawa yung plaka, isa sa harap, isa sa likod. Yung plaka sa harap, hindi ito metallic material, kundi material na parang ginagamit sa decal or sticker.
Aside from the positioning of the plates, fines and penalties are also being addressed. However, ASEC Galvante said it's under the Congress decision.
Yung ibang mga provision doon, marahil kailangan ng Kongreso mag-action. Katulad nung hinihingi lang na ma-reduce yung fines and penalties. Yung LTO, walang authority na on its own gawin yung pag-reduce noon, kundi yung trabaho ng Congress ang mag-action noon.
Drafting of the implementing rules and regulations are also in place. These include new motorcycle units, registration, size of the plates, among others.
Nagpapatuloy kaming makipag-ugnayan at drina-draft na namin yung yung provision ng IRR. Kung saan provision na kailangan ipaliwanag, isasama namin sa IRR yon. Tapos yung halimbawa, yung pinag-uutos doon na lahat ng mga motorsiklo kailangan ma-register for this new provision of the law. Kaya naghahanda na kami yung aming mga registration offices na madagdagan namin ang tao para yung surge ng mga magpaparehistro makayanan namin. At yung tungkol naman sa plaka, na pag-usapan na namin kung ano yung size ng plate na gagamitin namin. At sinubukan namin to kasi requirement doon na for a distance of dapat readable from a distance of about 15 meters. Kaya sinubukan namin to araw at gabi na yung size na yon mababasa naman yung sulat doon ng mga letters and numbers.
On the issue of proper attire for motorcycle riders, the LTO head stressed that the agency is only suggesting that to riders, most especially those who are rendering public service.
Kung ikaw nagre-render ng public service, dapat naman, decente ka naman. At kasi kung minsan meron ding implikasyon yan sa safe driving. Halimbawa, yung nagmumotor, kung nakatsinelas, kung sumabit yung tsinelas, yung control niya sa, sa mga pedal, mga ganon, baka sumabit, maaaring hindi siya makapag-react appropriately kung mayroong sitwasyon. Kaya we'd rather that hindi man pagandahan ang suot ito, kundi appropriate.
For private owners of the motorcycle units, on the other hand, the LTO has no jurisdiction on them but is also urging them to do so for their safety.
I strongly suggest na lalong-lalo na yung maaring maka-apekto do sa pag-operate ng motorsiklo. Halimbawa, isasabi ko nga kung naka-tsinelas, maaring sumabit ito, kapakanan na rin nila yung yung kino-consider natin doon. Baka ma-involve sila sa road crash, aksidente, kung hindi sila nakasuot ng tamang, of course yung helmet, may batas dyan, kailangan naka-helmet sila. Pero kung wala silang mga, halimbawa, meron naman parang protective attire, halimbawa yung sa mga padding, mga proper, na kung sakaling matumba sila, hindi naman sila magtamo ng malaking injury kung sila properly, clothed.
Speaking of safety, the LTO has started with its Road Safety Congress as part of their initiatives for better and safer roads and to inculcate discipline to all road users. This is in partnership with other government agencies as well as driver-operator organizations.
Hinikayat namin yung lahat ng sektor na makakatulong sa pagkakaroon ng yung safe practices sa pagdadrive. Kaya kasama dito yung DPWH para naman sa mga road signs natin at saka yung kondisyon ng kalsada, yung DepEd para sa pagtuturo ng paano ang practices ng mga nagcro-cross ng kalsada at saka yung sa nagdra-drive din ng mga behikulo, whether private or public utility vehicles. Kasi gusto natin ma-inculcate yung road discipline, ika nga, yung tamang pagmamaneho. Ginagalang yung traffic signs and symbols para hindi naman malagay sa alanganin o sa panganib yung mga gumagamit ng kalsada. At bukod doon, hinikayat din namin yung mga different organization ng public utility vehicles, yung mga operators organization, drivers organization, para maipahatid naman namin sa kanila yung road safety program at yung practice nila, lalong-lalo na kung medyo may pagka, let's say, barumbado sa lansangan, mawala o matanggal. Kasi kung minsan, ang nagiging cost ng mga tragic accident, dahil sa hindi na pagsunod o pagtupad sa mga, let's say, speed limits.
The said Congress was held in Mindanao and ASEC Galvante and his office are looking forward to hold more in other islands as well.
Hinikayat namin na mag-establish din o mag-schedule ng ganyan sa iba't ibang regions. Kaya nga, nung time na yon, require namin na umattend yung mga LTO regional directors para, kumbaga, ito na yung parang sample nung yung dapat na imbitahin na umattend nun, meron na silang idea, kaya i-replicate nila sa kanilang mga regions yung nangyari o yung ginawa sa Region 9.
As to the schedule of the congresses, the LTO chief said he's leaving it to the decision of LTO regional directors. He added that if a regional congress can't be done, they can opt to do clustered congress instead.
Pinapaubayan na namin sa kanila yung pag-schedule nito. Kasi ito, in coordination, hindi lang naman to LTO ang involved. Yung mga iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno na nakikipagtulungan para magkaroon ng maayos na paggamit ng lansangan. Kung hindi magagawang per region, sabi ko nga, siguro i-cluster natin. Let's say, for regions in Southern Luzon area, regions in, let's say, Central Visayas, East Visayas, West Visayas, ganon. Tapos, Northern Luzon, Central Luzon.
We heard it straight from the LTO chief himself, ASEC Edgar Galvante, on some of the issues concerning his agency. That's only the first part of our sit-down interview, so be sure to tune in next week for more here on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota. Always stop on stop lines when crossing an intersection. Kung marami kayong sasakyan na nasa lane, cross one at a time when it's go time. At huwag agad-agad na sumunod sa nauunang sasakyan. Dahil maaaring makabanggaan mo ang mga parating na sasakyan na galing sa ibang lane. Wait for a while before following the car ahead of you. Palaging tandaan na mahalagang magkaroon ng pasensya kapag nasa daan. More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Jeffrey, isang kapwa nyo tsuper. Huwag mong hayaang may sumabit sa likuran ng iyong jeep.
Delikado ang may sabit sa jeep. Maaring pagmulan ito ng aksidente at may masaktan o masawi. Kapag puno na sa loob at may gusto pang humabol, agad na pagbawalan upang disgrasya ay maiwasan.
Tandaan, kaligtasan bago ang anupaman. Ito po si Jeffrey Hamot, payong tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Continuing, we now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We started with the latest news and developments. Race Motorsports Club has announced that the fourth leg of the 2019 National Slalom Series will be held on June 9 at Robinsons Antipolo, followed closely by its fifth leg on June 23 at Robinsons Santa Rosa. With 2018 Slalom King Milo Rivera mostly out of the picture, this year's championship is wide open with brother Estefano Rivera already staking a claim, winning two of the first three legs, held so far and third on the other. Jeffrey Moreno is also a strong contender, winning the first leg of the season and finishing third in the other two legs. Also seen as a contender is 2018 overall novice champion Pawi Base, who finished fourth in the first and third legs, and second in the second leg. Driving for Eurasia Motorsports as a Hyundai Motorsports Customer Racing Junior driver, Daniel Miranda qualified to start 5th on the grid for race 1 of the May 4 to 5 leg of the series at the Zhuhai International Circuit. Clutch problems ended his race 1 early, but he turned it around in race 2, starting from the back and finishing 3rd overall, and first among all Asian drivers on the grid. The result is more impressive because of mature performance driving in wet conditions in race 2 at Zhuhai. Combined with his impressive podium finishes in the earlier leg held in Sepang, Daniel now stands 4th in the overall Drivers' Championship points and first among Asian drivers, 22 points more than the next Asian competing in the TCR Asia. The TCR Asia series continues on June 1 to 2 at the Shanghai International Circuit in China. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series has had a great start to the season, drawing huge turnouts to its home track at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga. While moving to a makeshift rallycross course at the Clark Global City on short notice helped propel its growth for a huge hot air balloon and motorsports festival? We'll find out on Race Weekend featuring Round 5 of the 2019 season. The scorching heat here at the Clark Global City in Clark, Pampanga won't stop the drivers from competing. This is Round 5 of the 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series. Rallycross is having a breakout year in 2019. The exponential increase in number of entries at this year's inaugural leg carried over into the second leg. The 4 rounds of hectic, harried, and heated competition alternating between morning and nighttime rounds. The nighttime rounds running well past midnight because of the huge number of entries were proof that enthusiasm for Rallycross has grown by leaps and bounds. The joy of sliding sideways through turns and corners, hard sleeping with every bound over bumps and crests, keep the veterans and regulars coming back for more. The same seems to hold true for newbies curious to try out a new challenge. The first 4 rounds all took place at the PHRX home track inside the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga. But just a week after rounds 3 and 4, the Clark Global City beconed. Its annual Hot Air Balloon Festival had a new attraction. Several new attractions actually. The holding of legs of several national motorsports championships and series including Rallycross. I'm here with one of the organizers of the Philippine Rallycross Series, Mr. Egay Quesada. Hi Egay, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming over, we.
So, this is a brand new venue, a brand new track. Your thoughts?
It was put here because there's an ongoing Clark Hot Air Balloon Festival, and the organizers of the Hot Air Balloon invited us over together with the slalom and autocross.
So how was the turnout of Rallycross entries at Clark?
This one turned out pretty well also, no? Considering, it's a back-to-back week for us. They raced last week at Pradera and we're here at Clark Global City. And the turnout is about 36 drivers, about half of what we normally get, but it's still a good turnout for us to be here.
How did the drivers react to the track?
The track is combined with soil and grass, so they find it exciting, but some portions of the track are starting to break up. So we're doing some revisions for the other drivers to finish. But so far, so good. They have been having fun since this morning.
I would say it's more of a mix, no? Some are excited to be here, some are not. Why excited? I guess a new flavor, no? The others, I don't know, I guess they're so familiar with Pradera track, and I guess this is racing, no? We have to bring in different flavor for others, no? Just to make it fair and very competitive for each one of them where they can really show their driving skills. No?
But let's hear it from a veteran rally and rallycross driver, June Magno.
It's different because it's not side-to-side like Pradera's track. But I think the drivers now find this track very challenging. Number one, because the visual markers are very different. It's not a road that is etched into the earth. This one, they have to do with the pylons and stakes. And it's lahar-based, so the guys who run really early are very lucky. As the day progresses, the tracks deteriorate. So it's very hard for everybody to beat the time of the guys who ran earlier. But overall, it's still very enjoyable, and it will add to the experience of the newer generation of rally drivers.
Aside from the joy and challenge of competing in rallycross, what else keeps June going back to the races and competing against the young drivers and newbies?
I think we owe it to the newcomers, because when I was still starting, the earlier generation was very patient in teaching me. Now I think it's my time to transfer whatever I learned in the last 30 years to this new generation of drivers. I'm very happy and very much willing to help them achieve their goals in this sport.
At the end of a fun and challenging day of rallycross competition at Clark, Choi Mabunay topped Group 1, with Harley David coming in second and Tiger Espino third. Steve Acayan topped Group 2, ahead of Paul Santos in second and Mondi Mapilis in third. Louis Camacho bested everyone in Group 3, with Mondi Mapilis in second and Paul Santos third. Group 4 saw John Bison on top, Marvin Susar in second and Paul Santos in third. John C. Reyes was the best in the open category. David Feliciano came in second. Charlie Cruz was third. JC David topped the UV category with Jerome Arcenas in second and Alan Sarmiento in third. The all-wheel drive category had Aldrich Garcia in first, while June Magno was the fastest in the rear-wheel drive category. Clark Global City is happy with how holding motorsports events simultaneously with its hot air balloon festival has brought in a lot more visitors to the annual summer event and plan to continue doing so.
We intend to replicate this maybe next year again, and then maybe for the motoring guys, the aficionados, we're open to host this. Maybe if you have a monthly rally cross, we can also host this thing here because we have so much land. It's 177 hectares, and the development here, it's a 10-year plan for us. Okay, so we have enough room for all these activities.
The sixth round of the 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series will be back on its home track in Pradera Verde on May 26.
Our next round will be round 6. We'll be back in Pradera in our racetrack there on May 26. So if you want to join us, please follow us at our Facebook page. It's Philippine Rallycross Series. And find out more about the details of our event on May 26.
That was round 5 of the 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series here at the Clark Global City in Clark, Pampanga. Thank you for watching and see you next week. The Philippine Rallycross Series may have just found another major venue to hold its legs and rounds and help grow the popularity of motorsports disciplines. But Clark is also actively looking to host motorsports disciplines other than rallycross, bodes well for the future of many grassroots motorsports events. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Toyota Motor Philippines flew members of the motoring media all the way to Palawan for the 15th staging of the Toyota Road Trek.
Toyota Road Trek is one of Toyota's legacy in terms of making our media friends experience our models in a fun and adventurous way. It's not a typical test drive event. It's something that blends in memorable experience for media friends.
During the first day of the much-awaited road trek, Toyota and the team drove around Puerto Princesa up to the Toyota dealership in the area. The group had several games and activities in between the drive, and then ended the day with some relaxation in the beautiful Apulit Island.
We are always looking for the best place to give a chance to the media people for the test drive. Then in the Palawan, there is a good long distance road from Puerto Princesa to the resort areas. Then, as you know, many good resorts is around, so it's the best place for the media people to try everything our vehicles.
Moreover, aside from the fun activities and the tour around the island, Toyota brought more excitement with the introduction of the new Avanza during the road trek.
The Avanza is like a road trip car. People will use it to load people and a lot of stuff and go driving and have fun. So I think this event is a perfect venue for us to introduce a car that you can actually use on road trips and have fun with friends or families because of the size and because of the features of the car. We have a lot of improvement. Exterior-wise, we have the new fascia or the new face of the Avanza. It also carries a split-type LED lamp. The rear is also new. The look of the rear is new. For interior, there is the redesigned dashboard. It carries new infotainment, so it makes it more advanced in terms of features and to make it more fun for the people driving or riding the car.
We just introduced the new Avanza. We're very happy to note that we have sold over 100,000 units since its introduction, and we're the second country to introduce this in Southeast Asia.
In addition, for this year's road trek, Toyota brought its models that have not been tested and tried by members of the motoring media.
We offer the media people for their test drive, like all the series from the top end to the SUV or MPV, many variations, such as the Camry, of course Avanza, Innova, Fortuner, Vios, of course, yeah.
Toyota says they have a lot in store for their customers, from quality products to exciting events and activities. Sojitz Fuso Philippines, the newly appointed general distributor of Fuso trucks and buses, recently held its inauguration at the Philinvest tent in Muntinlupa City.
We're inaugurating our new organization, Sojitz Fuso Philippines. We are now the appointed distributor of Fuso trucks and buses here in the Philippines. No? Before, Fuso trucks and buses were distributed by Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation. So our company, Sojitz Fuso Philippines, is a totally new organization. And our principals, Sojitz Corporation, is a major Japanese trading company. And they have been in the Philippines doing automotive business also for more than 50 years. So in terms of experience, we have a team that's very experienced in automotive.
Operating in the country since 1969, Fuso currently offers a diverse model of trucks and buses ranging from the light-duty Canter series, medium-duty Fuso FI and FJ, and heavy-duty Geizes of the Fuso FJ in cargo and rigid configurations. Fuso also offers the Rosa light-duty bus in 3 different seating capacities. Sojitz Fuso Philippines Corporation says they will remain passionate and committed in growing the brand and the business to further serve its Filipino customers. Suzuki Philippines announced that it wrapped up the first quarter of the year with consistent sales growth, securing the 6th spot in the Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated roster. According to Suzuki, the Ertiga remains the brand's best-selling vehicle, accounting for 33% of the total sales for the quarter. The Celerio came in second with 12.3% of sales, while the Dzire contributed 11.6%. In addition, Suzuki says its performance this quarter is a continuation to a successful 2018, which marks strong sales, expansion in key cities across the country, and back-to-back recognitions from several renowned award-giving bodies.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Subcompact segment continues to thrive, thanks to the frequent arrival of new models every now and then. Among the new ones this 2019 is the Kia Soluto, which came shortly after the Kia brand was relaunched in the Philippines. Find out the reason why Kia chose this Soluto as its first entry to the market upon its rebranding. Watch this. That was the 2019 Kia Soluto 1.4EX automatic transmission, a car that sets apart its brand from the others. Our featured vehicle here on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
On the final stretch of Motoring Today, we have our public service segment.
Our public service this week shall center on public utility vehicle drivers' attire. Proper attire and so-called grooming for drivers of public utility vehicles like jeepneys, tricycles, taxis, and the like have long been an issue in the transportation sector. For instance, who among the transport agencies should implement this, and what exactly are the pieces of clothing that drivers should wear? We asked some of our commuters on their impressions about this, and it seems that the public has different opinions about it.
Para sa akin kasi yung purpose ng uniform nagsiserve as your identity. So syempre, ang pangit naman tignan na yung mga driver, iba-iba yung suot, hindi mo malaman ano ba talaga yung katayuan mo. Hindi kung driver ka ba talaga o hindi. So ang pangit niya na pangit tignan as an individual na nagtatrabaho.
Hindi naman siguro kailangan na mag-uniform sila kasi katulad ngayon na sobrang init, 'di ba? Parang kung saan sila komportable. Basta hindi nakasisira sa mata ng mga tao o hindi masyadong daring ganun. Okay lang siguro.
It's also important to note that commuters are very much aware on colorum drivers that are scattered on our roads.
Pwede siguro mag-uniform sila para yung pagkakakilanlan ba. Mas alam ng tao, magiging aware sila na, oh, driver to. Kasi minsan, may mga drivers na hindi naman, ay nagda-drive ng jeep pero hindi naman sila yung drivers.
One of them stressed the issue on safety on the commuter's side.
Iisipin mo kung yung sasakyan mo na hindi naka-uniform, syempre, isipin mo yung safety mo na kung yung simpleng uniform nga hindi niya masunod, yung bagay pa na, alam mo yun, pwede kang mapunta sa peligro.
Where do they think things are lacking then?
Siguro sa budget. Syempre, di ba, hindi naman, kasi ang driver, hindi naman nila priority yung uniform. Ang priority nila, magkaroon, makumita sa araw-araw. So, syempre, hindi na nila pinaprioritize yung uniform na siguro dapat yung government na yun na magpo-provide sa kanila.
Sa sa government na rin siguro, no? Dapat inaano nila yung mga jeepney drivers na may proper uniform naman. Yung iba namang jeepney driver, yung iba tricycle driver, di ba? May mga proper uniform sila. Sa mga tolda-tolda nila yun.
The commuters have spoken. Next week, we shall be asking the government on their take on this matter.
That's our public service segment, and may we remind you once again that if you come across any motoring issue or problem that you deem as unsafe or inimical to the general motoring public, which you would like us to highlight on this portion or to refer to the proper authorities for appropriate action, please feel free to let us know about it. Take a look at your screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!